The next indicator we're going to cover is the LAMA, or simply ALMA. The ALMA indicator, I would say, is more similar to the HMA compared to, for example, the simple moving average or the exponential moving average, but it uses a different approach and it also has some different settings. So to show you guys the ALMA, the first thing I want to do here is that I want to cross out the SMA and I want to cross out the EMA. But I actually want to keep the Hull moving average so we can compare it with the ALMA. And now we're ready to open up the indicators. So we go up here once again to the indicators tab. And now I think you want to search for ALMA, like right here. And the indicator you want to open is this one right here. I will not even try to pronounce this, but it's Arnaud Legoux blah 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 moving average. And you want to open this one up. And as you can see, now the indicator has appeared here on the chart. And as always, it's not very useful with the standard settings. So we right away want to change the settings here. And here on the settings tab, you can see that the settings look very different compared to, for example, the SMA or even the HMA. Because here we have actually three different setting type. And the first setting where it says window size, this is actually pretty much the same thing as length. And because we use the HMA 50, we want to make sure to change the length here or the window size to 50 here. But as you guys can see, we also have a setting called offset and we have a setting called sigma. And the reason for this is that ALMA uses a different type of calculation called Gaussian distribution. You definitely don't have to learn Gaussian distribution, but it is quite important to know that it uses a different method. And changing the offset and the sigma values here will affect both the smoothness and responsiveness in slightly different ways. But for this video, to keep it simple, let's actually keep the offset here at 0.85 and let's keep the sigma here at 6. The standard settings are there for a reason and they are pretty solid. Next, we want to go here quickly to the style tab so we can make a comparison. I'm going to make this one orange and a bit larger. And now we're ready to go down here and press OK. So now the blue line here on the chart is the HMA and the orange line here is the ALMA. And the first thing we can notice is that just as for the HMA, the ALMA is, very smooth. And what we also can notice is that with these settings, you can see the HMA reacts a little bit faster than the ALMA. You can see right here, it's a tiny different. But here at the bottom, you can also see that we have quite some difference, both on the time scale, but also on the vertical axis as well. So now you guys might think, isn't the HMA a better moving average because it reacts faster? For example, it predicted the crash here earlier compared to the other moving average. And it also predicted the reversal here earlier compared to the ALMA. And while this is true, remember from earlier in the video that this can be both a good and a bad thing. As we talked about earlier, you can see that for the HMA, the price actually during the uptrend here dipped below multiple times. While for the ALMA indicator, we can actually see that the price stayed above the moving average. And also before the COVID crash, you can see that the ALMA moving average acted as better support. So here we have a trade-off. Do we want a more responsive moving average while at the same time getting, many false signals? Or do we want a less responsive moving average that respects the trends better? And here the answer to this question will depend on a few things. Such as, what are you trading? Are you trading, for example, a very volatile altcoin? Or are you trading, more stable stock or forex pair? And it also, of course, depends on what is your overall trading strategy. If you, for example, focus on breakout trades, the ALMA indicator might be a bit better. And why is this the case? Well, as we talked about, the HMA would see many false breakouts. But if you're using moving averages only to identify trends, perhaps using the slope of the HMA will perform better. If you are interested in diving deeper into moving averages, simply click or tap on the screen right here to watch my full moving average trading course.